Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Shreya Jadhav and today we are going to learn about Gujarat Board textbook and the subject is Psychology of grade 12. Today we are going to start with our first chapter, that is Sensation, Attention and Perception. So let us quickly start with introduction. We have seen that human behavior enjoys a central place in study of psychology. There are many factors that affect human behavior. The most important factor in the human body system is composition, activities, sensation experienced by human body in depth, understanding of an individual affects the human behavior. In this chapter, we are going to study sensation and its types, meaning of attention, nature and characteristics, determinants of attention, meaning of perception, process, laws of perpetual organization, and perception of depth and distance. So let us understand what is a sensation, meaning and its definition. An experience arising out of stimulus and sensory organs is called sensations. Physiologists and psychologists have divided sensation into three classes. So now we are going to learn about types of sensation. The first one is external receptors, the second one are body receptors, and the third one is internal receptors. So let us understand them in detail. External receptors. The external physical environment is constantly humming with changes in stimulus like light, sound, heat, cold, touch, pressure, chemical air, etc. So over here we are talking about the external or the environment around which we are surrounded. Our human body is also affected through these sort of external receptors and it plays an important role in psychology also. The second one is body receptors. Just like external environmental component, the human body's internal parts are also equally responsible for this. For example, the visual sensation, auditory sensation, etc. So over here in the second point of body receptors, we can come to know that according to the external sources of environmental changes which takes place, our body is also equally attached to that thing. So whatever we see or whatever we feel on the external side, that reaction is also being seen in our body also. The third point is of internal receptors. Internal sensations arises because of changes and movements in the organs within the body and the internal physiological system. For example, hunger, thirst because of dryness in throat, suffocation, changes in blood circulation, etc. So over here, whatever we see on the external source or whatever we are observing or viewing in the surrounding of the nature or the environment, that not only affects our body but it also affects our internal receptors also. For example, if we see any person or if we see an accident taking place on the road, it will not only affect our eyes as a visual sensations but it will also affect our internal body parts also, that for example we may feel like suffocated or we may fall sick because of that thing, we can have fear about that same thing. So this is included in the internal receptors. So now taking further, we have learnt about the three parts or types. Now we are further proceeding with the main 5 types of sensory organs. So let us have a quick view over it. The first one is visual sensation, auditory sensation, olfactory sensation, gustatory sensation which is taste, touch sensation which is skin. So let us start with visual sensation. Out of all senses, vision has the most important role in human life. Composition of eye, its internal organs, the nerves going towards the brain and the brain, all are included in the process of visual sensation. As a human being, we are more tended towards looking. We believe what we see. So visual sensation is considered as one of the most important factors. For visual sensation, light is inevitable and must. If we want to see anything, it is very important for the light to fall on that object so that we could visualize the thing or the scene. Over here you can see the diagram. I have taken this diagram from the textbook itself. You can see over here it is written figure 1.1 outer eye. Over here all the diagrams are really very important when they are being asked for 2 marks, 3 marks or 5 marks question. So when it is being asked for 3 marks or 5 marks, you are supposed to draw the diagram also. Labeling is also very essential and important. So now let us understand what this figure is trying to say. The white part of the eye is tough. Outer layer is sclera. It is made up of white fibers, not transparent, and hence we can protect the inside of the eye. The black part of eye called pupil is transparent, and it is through it that the light enters the eye and reaches the retina. The gray and the blue area which can be seen in the sclera is called iris, and also the ciliary muscles of eye. It is because of which the color of eye is seen. These muscles are not interconnected and they do not touch each other. The space between them is called pupil. So over here what you are seeing on the screen, this is a 2 mark very important answer which could be asked in your boards also. The pupil is not an organ, but it is 1/8 inch of hole located in the center of the iris. Now over here on the screen you can see this is the second diagram, and over here it is written figure 1.2 structure and parts of eye. This is very much essential and important answer in reference to the board exams. Many a time this question or this diagram individually is being asked. So now let us understand this in detail. Rays of light coming from the external object enter the eye through the pupil. Then it reaches the retina by passing through the transparent vitreous humor in the space within the eye, which is the area for visual sensation, and so because of it can experience visual sensation. So the rays which are coming from outside, they fall into pupil and it reaches to the retina, and because of this fast or quick process we can see object in front of us and we can experience the visual sensation. How much intensity of light will reach the retina will depend on the contraction of expansion of the ciliary muscle. They are very sensitive to the intensity of light rays. When light increases, the ciliary muscles get expanded and the size of pupil become small, and if light decreases, the size of pupil increases. To experience the sensation of near and far objects, retina and ciliary muscles plays an important role in visual sensation. This is very important point which you are supposed to write in your answers. So now we will be talking about the second sensation, that is auditory sensation. To be connected with the outer world, an individual should possess adequate auditory sense organ. The first important sense organ for human beings are visual, as we have seen before, and the second most important thing is the auditory sensation, the sensation of hearing things. To understand the direction of sound, its distance, and to be able to differentiate between sound waves, it is necessary to possess a sharp and active auditory sensation. So if you want to listen anything, it is very much necessary to have an active auditory sensation. Normally, a man's ear is capable to hear and distinguish sound waves from 20 to 20,000 hertz. Sound waves which are more than 20,000 or less than 20 cannot be heard by human ear. To understand the auditory sensation in detail, it is divided into three parts. First one, outer ear. It includes the earlobe, auditory canal, and the eardrum. Middle ear. The middle ear is made up of three interconnected bones like hammer, anvil, and stirrup. It has also got a torsion tube. Its second part opens in throat. Third part, inner wave. It is divided into three main parts: middle ear, cochlear, semicircular canals. Sound waves from environment enters through the outer ear into external auditory canal, and in the middle ear stimulates the eardrum. Eardrum vibrates with sound waves and activates the three bones. Vibration of these bones transmits the concentrated energy of cochlea and sets the fluid inside the cochlea into the wave motion. The fluid wave causes the basilar membrane to move, bending its tiny hair cells, the auditory receptors. Neural impulses through the auditory nerve reach the auditory area in the brain, and so there is a sensation of hearing. The third type is olfactory sensation. Physical stimuli of smell and molecules of chemical compounds dissolved in air, and this smell reaches the olfactory receptor in the nose. Smell receptors are olfactory cilia, hair-like structure located in the upper portion in narrow canal and nasal passage, and nerves are connected with the base of brain. So over here now we are talking about the smell receptor. Olfactory means the sensation which we get through smelling. So we are talking about it whenever we smell any food or any item, anything, any perfume, any compound. Yes, it starts from the nose, and in a nose we have small hair like structures which are located on the upper portion, and in a narrow canal it is been located, and the nerves are also connected through the base of the brain. A strong smell emanating from chemical compounds many arise a sensation in one individual, whereas some smell may not arise any sensation in another individual. It varies from person to person. All people do not have equal kind and type of sensation. You may have good sense of smelling, but another person may not be having that good sense of smell. Sense of smell shows a sensory adaptation, because when there is continuous experience of particular smell, the intensity of this sensory experience decreases and the person gets habituated to it. Now over here there is a figure 1.4 shows the structure and parts of nose. This is also important, but this is important for understanding purpose only. This diagram may not be asked in the board examination for drawing purpose. Henning distinguished 6 types of smell: spicy, fragrant, ethereal, resinous, putrid, and burnt. When suffering from cold, a person's olfactory, see over here in the diagram it is given, on the top of the diagram you can see there is an olfactory nerve being located. So a person's olfactory threshold rises, so mild smells are not felt by him. Sense of smell is important in our likes and dislikes for people, choice of food, and sexual attraction. So this olfactory nerve helps the person a lot in letting him know what are his likes and dislikes, what sort of food the person likes, and moreover to that, towards whom the person may be sexually attracted. So when a person who is suffering from cold, he may not be able to feel the slight or mild smell of food. Gustatory sensations. Physical stimuli of taste are chemical substance from the external environment which creates taste sensation through tongue. Tongue is involved not only in taste sensation, but it is also important in development of speech. It is a muscular organ and attached to the end of the jaw. Taste buds are spread over the entire surface of the tongue, gave, and they arouse the experience of taste. They are called taste receptors. A substance which can melt in saliva, it put over the tongue and stimulates the taste buds. So whatever, now we are talking about gustatory sensation, which means of the taste of the tongue we are talking, and over here when the food get mixed with saliva, we get a sense of taste, that what kind of food it is, whether the food is salty or whether it is spicy or whether it is sweet. It is dependent on our taste buds. There are four basic types of taste buds. Sweet buds are on the tip of the tongue. Salty taste buds are on the both side of the tongue, just behind the tip. So over here the figure is put in front of you. This is really very important in purpose of your board examination. Also this could be asked. You are supposed to remember the location over where which taste bud is located. Further ahead on both sides is sour, and buds of bitter taste is located on the back part of the tongue. There are no taste buds in the middle surface of the tongue. Ayurvedic view, there are four basic taste: sweet, salty, sour and bitter. But in addition to it, there is spicy and astringent, which makes it total 6 types of tastes. Now we have touch sensation. We can experience touch sensation because of the layer of skin on the entire human body, and they are of 4 types. They include warmth, cold, touch, pressure, pain, etc. Touch sensation is experienced due to excitation of sensory receptors spread all over the skin of the human body. When we experience touch sensation on the face, when the skin of the face is stimulated by the touch and it sends message to the brain, in the same way sensations from shoulder to waist are sent through excited skin receptors via spinal cord to the lateral part of the brain, which is the center point of touch sensation. Hence, we can experience touch sensation. Now, for example, if any person touches you at the back of your body, automatically that message, that stimulus activates, and it automatically gives message to your brain that someone might have touched you. Okay, so within fraction of seconds you can come to know that how the person have touched you, and you react to that person back. Over here the diagram is given. This is really very important in terms of which receptors are set over, and you can understand through it how our skin is being. Most of our sensory experiences from the skin is mixed type, because skin stimulus activates more than one type of receptors. See, over here it is written that mixed types of stimulus could be activated at one time duration. For example, we can experience the sensation of coolness and touch both simultaneously when a drop of rainwater falls on our body. See, such an easy example which is put over here, that for example, if a raindrop touches our skin, we can experience coolness also, as well as we can experience the sensation that a drop of water have fall on our body. So we can say that this is a mixed type of sensation which we can feel over here. Thank you for watching. If you are having any doubt or any queries, you can comment it below, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. I hope you have liked the video.